And it's the night before Manchester City can possibly wrap up the Premier League. So let's get into this Manchester City versus Crystal Palace preview. If you don't know, you should know already, but if you don't know, this is Blue as Our City, Manchester City fan channel. So, bro, let's get into this match and really talk about all the excitement that this weekend could possibly bring us as Manchester City fans. Obviously, we know that we have a huge chance, if we win our game, to possibly put our name on that Premier League title, given the result that may happen over there in the Battle of the Reds. But, we're going to be focused on Manchester City. But at the end of the day, I really hope Liverpool get the job done. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, but Manchester City take on Crystal Palace. Obviously, Manchester City, we're getting back to winning ways as it pertains necessarily to the Premier League. Last time out in the Premier League, we beat Villa 2-1. Obviously, we know we had a great Champions League win, step in the right direction, but we're going to be focused on the Premier League. So City's coming in with, I would say, good form in the Premier League because last time out, we got a win. Where Crystal Palace, on the other hand, if you look at Crystal Palace is currently sitting in 13th place in the table. I think that they, over their last 5 games, 1 win, 1 draw, 3 losses. And I think back-to-back losses, if I'm not mistaken about that. I think last time they lost was to, I want to say, Leicester City, 2-1. So Crystal Palace is not coming in with the greatest of form, but we know once you go down to Crystal Palace and you're going down to their turf, you know that anything can happen because scrappy area, scrappy team, you kind of know what possibly can happen. So I'm hoping that Manchester City is going to say, yo, forget everything. Let's just focus on trying to win this match and wrapping up this Premier League, because that's where the focus needs to be. Obviously, we had a great win in the Champions League, and as I look at other fan channels, everybody wants to talk about what may happen next week. But this is our bread and butter, and I want to be able to take care of this. So hopefully Manchester City can do what they need to do and taking care of this game as we go forward and try to put our name on this title. So coming in to this match, I'm not going to talk about Pep Guardiola's press conference prior to the match. I'm not going to do that this time. I'm going to try something a little bit different. But when it comes down to this starting lineup, I am expecting to see major rotation within the squad, not only because we want to preserve, what may happen for later on in the week and make sure that we have, healthy bodies coming into the match next week, but I want to see a little bit of rotation to get some players back in form, because obviously we know Pep has solidified the first team as being the team that we saw come against PSG. But I'm hoping in this match that we could see some magic start to happen with some of the players who might be out of form. So let's kind of go through what I think the starting lineup would be. I'm not going to name every position because it gets confusing, and then Guardiola is I'm never going to guess his actual starting lineup, but we're going to try our best. So when he gets to the goalkeeper, I would love to see Stephens in goal, actually, in this match, but I don't think that that's going to happen. So I'm going to go with Ederson. But on the right back situation, I think this is a great opportunity for João Cancelo to be back in his natural position while we give Kyle Walker a break. The center back choice is going to be very interesting. Obviously, we know John is not going to be available for this match, but I could see a situation where maybe we see Laporte and then Diaz. I would love to see Ake in there, but I think Ake and Laporte, 2 left footers, so I don't think that that's going to work. But don't be shocked if you see Laporte and you see Garcia, in this particular match. And then left back is the big one for me. And what I mean by big one is, obviously, I think he may go with Mendy in this case, which Mendy could get a chance to perform and get back to levels. But I really hope that we see Mendy in a natural left back position. Every time I feel like I've seen Mendy over the last few times, he's so far forward on the left-hand side, the way he's playing like this wing back position. Pep, don't do that. Please do not do that. Just put the man at a natural left back position. So I'm hoping that we see that. The midfield is where it gets very interesting. I'm not going to pick everybody in the midfield because I just don't have the time. But I definitely want to see Ferner in this match. I think this would be a great opportunity for Ferner to really, contribute doing what Ferner has been doing the last few times that we've seen him. So I really hope that we see Fernandinho in that position to give Rodri a break. Now, up top is where it gets very interesting. Obviously, if we decide to rest Mahrez, I definitely would love to see Mahrez and Phil Foden. Let's just keep it real. But I would love to see Raheem Sterling on the right hand side this time. You know, obviously when we saw him in the other match the other day prior to PSG, he looked lively in the League Cup. You know what I mean? He looked very lively. So I'm hoping that, you know, Pep will reward him for that performance and then set him out, but then reward him for the efforts that he did make in the League Cup final. So let's put him on the right, and then let's try Torres on the left. So I'm thinking that he will go there. Obviously, we know that he may have a tendency to see Gabriel Jesus start up front, and I think this would be a great opportunity for Gabriel Jesus. But I want to throw something else in the mix, and this is the reason why I'm talking about this, right? Is that I'm starting to get worried a little bit, and worried in the sense that, I'm trying to think about what's the next time I'm going to see my man Aguero. Sergio has not played in a while, and I'm not saying Sergio has to start in this match, and please let me know your guys' thoughts. When's the next time you think you might see Sergio? Because I'm feeling like we might not see Sergio for, what, the last game in the Premier League? He's been almost fully healthy for a while now, and I think it's really starting to scare me a little bit that, what about if this man leaves at the season end and we don't see this man again? Like, I'm really hoping that Pep says, okay, enough is enough. And, maybe this is not the game. Maybe it could be next game if we potentially win the league title, after this match due to whatever happens with United and Liverpool. But I'm starting to think to myself, I do not want to see no more Sergio Aguero scoring a goal before he takes off, because we might be in a situation where this man leaves and we don't see him, and then he goes over to Southern Barcelona and then he's playing over there scoring goals. I'm not trying to see that. So I really would like to see major rotation, but obviously I want to see Sergio Aguero get involved, and not, if it don't have to be this match, but it got to be pretty soon, because I want the man to go out with some type of a goal at least. I don't care if it's a PK, you know what I mean? But let's go out there, and I hope Pep just says to himself, let's just put Sergio Aguero in here. Obviously, I'm not going to even take the time to go through Crystal Palace to start lineup, but we know that Wilfred Zaha is there. I don't know how to pronounce my other guy's name, so I'm not going to even butcher it, but I'm going to call him Double E as far as the initials. So, I think that they got some potential over there. And we know it's going to be a gritty game as far as Crystal Palace, but they're going to have to, be extra scrappy in this match. So I'm really hoping that, we're going to get something other than a 2-1 win. I cannot tell you guys, when I make these videos, I am so tired of the 2-1 wins. Now, yes, it's gritty, and you can see how this team is able to, kind of, rock their way through games and still be able to pull off a win. But, Dortmund was 2-1. Oh, man, Dortmund was 2-1. Then you came in with Villa 2-1. I'm not going to count Leeds because that's like the wrong type of 2-1. But Villa was 2-1. PSG is 2-1. It's like, oh, man, another 2-1. I can't take any more 2-1s, to be honest with you. But I'm thinking that might be the score prediction here. And that's just what I hope the game is. And I hope that the boys and Pep sees the opportunity. Let's wrap up the Premier League, given the chance. Now, in order to seize on this opportunity that Liverpool may present us, hopefully Liverpool do their job. But, in order to seize on that opportunity, we got to win our game, and we got to be focused on our game. So hopefully the team will respond and say, you know what, we're going to go out here and we're going to win this game at all costs, given the rotation that we're going to be able to do. Now I want to touch upon something else a little bit more interesting to me personally. I'm really interested in this battle of the Reds all of a sudden. And I'm going to tell you why. And I want to know what you guys out there feel. So this battle of the Reds, what I'm talking about here is obviously, we had the Premier League title 2 times in a row, right? So I'm going back a little bit, but we've captured the Premier League title with the Centurion season. Then we came and followed it up with a narrow win in 18-19, beating Liverpool to the title by 1 point. Liverpool comes back, they snatch the title from us. But obviously, they're just not running up to form, or due to injuries and whatever have you with that team. But United is slowly been, solidifying their position in second. They're not going to catch us regardless of whatever. That's just the way I feel about the situation. But I'm more so interested in this match to see who's going to come challenge us next year. Who's going to say, okay, let's look at United. United came up second to us underneath Jose Mourinho, and it looks like they're going to come up second to us with this Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, right? So if they do that, they've always solidified themselves as being second. Who's going to come up in this match and say, you know what, this should be the battle of these red teams to decide, yo, who's going to come challenge City? Who's going to look to snatch that title back from us? And Liverpool must win this game, or must win this match, if you will, to solidify their position as far as getting back to the top four. And the only way they're going to do that is if they win this game. So I'm hoping that Liverpool can definitely pull out something and try to win this game, but also give us the opportunity to win. But I'm really interested to see who's going to push on and start trying to ask questions of Manchester City next year. I know Chelsea fans may have something to say about that, but, you know, we might see Chelsea in a whole nother format or another way here pretty soon. So, you know, anything can happen there. But I'm really interested to see if United is going to say, you know what, we're going to beat Liverpool and then we're going to sit up here and try to challenge you guys for next year. Or is Liverpool going to say to themselves, yo, the year has not been the way we wanted it to go, but we're going to go out here and win this game and then show City that once we get Van Dijk back, that will be their challengers. So I'm really looking forward to both matches actually for this weekend. So, but at the end of the day, it's all about Manchester City on this channel. So just know that if Manchester City hope to put our name on that title, we must take care of business against Crystal Palace. So the match should be kicking on in over 11 hours because I'm over here in the States. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing a good match and another City win. I don't care what the rotation is, but Pep, find a way. And if you can, put my man Sergio Aguero in there. I'm tired of not seeing Sergio. And boys, either way, I'm going to support you no matter what. But let's try to get 3 goals if we possibly can. So if you guys are digging the content and you like the content, feel free to hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. But most importantly, get at me in the comments and let me know what you guys are thinking about these 2 matches. Manchester City, obviously, but who's going to challenge us next year? So I'm looking forward to both matches. But other than that, I bid you guys a farewell on this Friday, and I hope you guys are enjoying your time because I know I'm about to. So until next time, Blue is our city, Manchester City channel. Peace.